Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Tyler, also known as TyTy, and today we are here playing some Yugioh. I'm playing Noble Knights today. I don't have a webcam today because I was lazy, so no webcam. And I also apologize because it's like a week late, like 2 weeks late. I lost count of time, but don't worry about it. I'm not dead yet. It's better than being 2 years late. Ho ho. Anyways, we're playing Noble Knights, and if there's one thing about Noble Knights I know, it's that they are light monsters, and so you play Aliester, because you play Aliester in anything that's light related, and I'll fight you if you say otherwise. I think I played against 2 different Layer of Darkness decks, so that's fun. But anyways, I'm going to be happy when those cards come out. Fuck. So, Noble Knights, what do? Well, they got a Link monster. They got this guy. Or girl. I don't know. I don't... Two Tails. What Two Tails does is when it's Link summoned, you add a warrior to from your deck to your hand. So it's like a reinforcement, but you can't use that monster at all. You cannot normal summon or set, special summon, nor activate their monster effects. Okay, that's fine. Second effect, you can send noble armed cards. Okay, let's read where is it? You can send any number of equipped spell cards with different names from your deck to your graveyard. Special summon one warrior monster from your deck whose level equals the number of cards sent to the graveyard. You can only use each effect of Two Tails once per turn. So what that means is you basically just send 4 Noble Arms cards to the grave, special summon Noble Arms guy. But this is how the deck works. This is your turn 1 every time. You have Midrat. You equip something to Midrat. Midrat's effect is he's a normal monster when he doesn't have an equip card on him. But when you equip a card to him, he becomes a dark, level 5. And then once per turn, if you control no other monsters, you can special summon a Noble Knight monster from your deck in defense position, except himself. And if you do, destroy one equipped spell card you control. But most of the Noble Arms cards, when they're destroyed, you get to target another warrior monster and equip this card to him. And that's exactly what you do. And they got Boraz's effect. He has the same effect where he's normal and then becomes dark level 5. But during your main phase, you can reveal 3 Noble Arms cards from your deck. Have your opponent randomly add one of them to your hand and send the rest to the graveyard. This is perfect because you want Noble Arms in the graveyard. So I usually go for Queen, Excalibur, and then one other random one. Basically, turn 1, you want Excalibur in your grave and Queen either in your grave or in your hand. That's what you want. And you're usually able to make it because, you got Merlin, who lets you tribute himself to special summon a Noble Knight from your deck. So you run 6 copies of Midrat. 6 of them. And then you got Invoke, just in case you need more power. So, at the end of that, you get this guy, you get out Two Tails, you add Midrat to your hand so you can make the play again. Dump 4 cards, get out Brothers. Brothers is, so, let's read Brothers. So he cannot attack unless you control exactly 3 Noble Knight monsters, and no other monsters. When this card is normal summoned, you can special summon up to 2 Noble Knight monsters from your hand. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except Noble Knight monsters. That effect, it's a good effect, we don't need it. What we do need is, once per turn, you can target 3 Noble Knight and or Noble Arm cards in your graveyard. Shuffle 3 of them into the deck, draw a card. This allows you to shuffle the good cards back into the deck, like Glory of the Noble Knights, which lets you just equip the Noble Knights card or a Noble Arms card to a Noble Knight, just instantly. Perfect. Midrat, because you want Midrat in the deck. And then any duplicates of the Noble Arms, because Noble Arms, you can only control 1 at a time, or you can only control 1 of each name. It's like you can't have 2 Caliburn on the field. So you want to get rid of the dupes, you want to put Midrat back in, you want to put Glory back in, and then you get to draw a card. Let's draw Merlin. Merlin's good. So, Terraforming's Layer of Darkness. Okay. Layer of Darkness. Attacks over my cow. Good old Layer of Darkness. He full force viruses. Full force virus. That's the word. Which you tribute a dark monster with 2,000 more defense. Brothers get 24 for some reason. And then you look at all monsters your opponent controls and all cards they draw until the end of their third turn after this card's activation. Destroy all those monsters with 15 or less defense. Which is all the Noble Knight monsters except for Brother and then Aleister. It's Aleister and the hand traps are the only thing that doesn't get affected by full force. So, that's why you run Invocation. Because Minkaba is Minkaba, and Minkaba does Minkaba things. Layer of Darkness gives me a token. So he summons Silent Boots. He tries to Monster Reborn the Merlin. I negate it, because we don't want him to have 2 level 3 monsters. That's bad. That's how he summons Break Sword or Burning Abyss Man. So he Epidemic Viruses me, getting rid of all of my spell cards, and getting rid of Minkaba. I am able to Invocation once more, though. Get out Minkaba. Again. Destroy Silent Boots. Layer of Darkness gives me a token. I did forget to put the token in attack mode and get that 1,000. Diddly-do. Diddly-do. So he tries to Silent Boots. I Aleister him, because Silent Boots is just going to give him, what's it called, Fog, right? Yeah, so he's going to get Fog Blade and just fuck up Minkaba, and we don't need that. I do just lose Invocation, though. But I am able to get rid of Ragged Gloves, attack for 20. That's fine. Full Force is now gone. And this is the last Epidemic turn. Of course, I draw a spell. That's fine. Attack over Boots. Attack with the 2. I would have won already, but that's fine. We got this. His viruses are done now. We don't have to deal with them. He's able to get Fog Blade out. And he's got Ancient Cloak. So I attack. Fog Blade. Diddly-do. Just try to Reinforcement. I Ash Blossom it. We're not dealing with that. If I'm playing top deck, he's playing top deck. I do get Brothers, though. Brothers, I shuffle 3 good cards back in. That's 2 Midrat and a Glory. Draw Tristan, which is actually a really good card. He draws a second Fog Blade, which sucks. Activate Reinforcement. I add Midrat. Brothers shuffle some more cards in. Summon Tristan. Make Soul Dread. He Fog Blades a Soul Dread like a bitch. And we're still playing off top deck. He does Wickedness. I Ash Blossom the Wickedness. And he attacks the token. That's fine. Because now, we got it, boys. We got a whole flippin'... This is why you want this card in your grave. Because, so, she works as a Noble Arms card. But you can equip her from the grave or the hand. So, we get out Midrat. We use the Queen. Get out Horus. And we get out the level 4 guy. Argus. Or Artagus. I don't know. King of the Noble Knights. And what he does is when he's XC summoned, you target 3 Noble Arms card, 3 Noble Arm equipped spell cards with different names in your graveyard. Equip those to this card. So it doesn't matter what you equip. Okay? Then you Excalibur him, which lets you banish the card from the grave, and then you XC summon a different Noble Knight monster with your XC summon monster. It's basically just rank up for Noble Knights. So you get out the Sacred Noble Knight of King Artagus. I don't know. He has the same effect, where you get to target 3 Noble Arms equipped spell cards with different names in your graveyard. Equip those targets to this card. But you also get, well, Excalibur doesn't have the effect, but you get Galantin and Destiny's effect that equip themselves to Sacred Noble Knight. So you're able to get full fucking board of them, and it's beautiful. What you end up with is 3,700, so that's what? That's 1,500 attack boost. Once per turn, it can't be destroyed by battle. Wait, yeah. Once per turn, yeah, so it can't be destroyed by battle or card effects once per turn. That just gains 1,000. I can have him lose 500 attack points to destroy a set card, I believe. Yep, destroy a set card your opponent controls. This cannot be targeted by opponent's card effects. And this one just lets me gain 500 life points. It's pretty beautiful. Pretty beautiful. So, this time we're playing against Blackluster Soldier. Again, the whole point of the deck. Merlin into Midrat, or just summon Midrat. Glory to get a Noble Arms. If you can start like this, your first turn's going to look the same all the time. Okay, boom. You add Queen. I believe we dumped... What did we dump? Excalibur and Gallatin. Yeah, Gallatin. That's how you say it. Get out 2. 2 adds Midrat. We're good. Send 4 to grave. Brother shuffle 3 good cards back in. Draw a card. It's good. Now, you can get OTK'd in the deck. And that's why you run the hand traps. Because you don't want that. He does get out Swift. The Link monster, since it's a Link 2, very weak. And so it's very easy to get destroyed. But that's fine, because we don't use him for his attack points. Boom, we put Queen on him. We get out 2 again. 2 adds Gawain. We could Gallatin. 2. 2 gets out Brothers. Brothers shuffles cards. We draw another card. We set Stolding. Stolding is just Solemn Judgment, but it can only activate if it's the only set card, which is fine, because it's going to be the only set card. So, he summons Senju. We Stolding it. We don't need that. Now, as you see, I got 1 Ash Blossom. I got 2 Ghost Ogre in hand. That's fine. That just... because my spell and trap card zones get used up quite easily. Boom. We go for the rank 4. Rank 4 adds 3 to them. We go rank 5. I believe I messed up because I can only equip so many. I can only have 1 of each. So I'm not able to equip everything, but I still have Queen. So we attack for a large amount of damage. We're doing great. I used 2 of them to get out 2 tails so that I can add... I believe I added Midrat or Dryston. He does Kaiju my monster, but I get the effect of the rank 5 guy, which is when he's sent from the field to the grave. I get target a level 4 or higher Noble Knight monster in your grave, special summon that target. So you start some Brothers, and then all of the equip cards get their effect that they equip to a new monster. So I'm able to not only put 4 equip cards onto him, but also get out Brothers. I do Ash Blossom, his Gateway again. He gets out my monster, and he just attacks, kills himself, because he knows. He knows he cannot do anything against the Noble Knights. Well, you can actually, but it's hard to. Okay, I open up with Invocation and Aliester, so I just set Aliester. Try so he can't OTK me. He Unizombies, I destroy Unizombie. He Mizuki's back his Unizombie. Uses Origin to get out Needle Fiber, or get out Slayer, get out Needle Fiber, Spectral Sword, Mizuki again to get out Revenants, goes for another Slayer. And with that, Layer of Darkness gets out 3 tokens for him. He's got a full fucking board. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. We're good. We're good. I get out Minkaba. He Slayers Minkaba, and negate Slayer, banish him. Boom. Aliester. He Ash Blossoms the Aliester. That's fine. Let's just attack for 35. See, this is the second Layer of Darkness deck I've played. Layer of Darkness just goes in any flippin' dark deck now, and it angers me greatly. So he attacks over Aliester. He attacks Archfiend. Or he trades Archfiend. I do Soul Charge, just to get out my monsters. I go Castel, throw Mizuki back into the deck. We don't need to play with Mizuki. He does top deck Mizuki though, like a little bitch. I'm sorry. I like your deck though. I like the Vandreds. They look cool. I'll never play them, but they look cool. It's Rise Full Height. He has Mizuki to get our Ash Blossom, who is a zombie monster. So strange. So we glory the Driston, or Dryston. Dryston's effect is when he is equipped with a Noble Arms card. You target a face-up card on the field, destroy that target. So I'm going to destroy his Ash Blossom. So Rise Full Height doesn't work anymore. So he stoops. And that is the Noble Knights. I'm telling you, that's 2 Layer of Darkness cards I went up against. I don't want to deal with that anymore, guys. I'm going to have to deal with that in TCG too. Oh, I'm going to be sad. Anyways, with that, guys, here's the deck profile. Noble Knight Gawain, Noble Knight Driston. Then I run 3 Midrat, 3 Boras, 2 Brothers, 3 Aliester the Invoker, 3 Merlins, 2 Ash Blossom, 2 Ghost Ogre, 1, however the fuck you say that name, it's just Queen of Noble Arms, 1 Regeki, 1 Reinforcement of the Army, 1 Soul Charge, 1 Last Chapter of Noble Knights. This is actually a pretty cool card. If you control no monsters, if your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can target Noble Arms and 1 Noble Knight in your grave. Special summon the monster, and if you do, equip the equipped spell to the appropriate monster. Pretty cool card. I never used it, and I only run it at 1 because I try to hopefully just not have, or I tried not to have an empty field. Though sometimes that doesn't work out. 1 Invocation, 3 Glory of the Noble Knights. This card is basically running all of the Noble Arms cards, because it just equips a Noble Arms card from the deck. Really good card. We run 2 Destiny. This is the once returned, cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect. 2 Gallatin. Once per turn, or not once per turn, but it gains 1,000 attack, and during each of your standby phases, loses 200 attack. Caliburn gives a monster 500, and then you can gain 500 life points a turn. Excalibur, your Noble Knight monster cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects. And then during the turn, except the turn, or once per turn, except the turn that it's in the graveyard, you can banish it, target a Noble Knight Xyz monster you control, Xyz summon a Noble Knight monster with a different name, I believe is how it's worded. Yeah, with a different name by using the target as Xyz material. There you go. And then 2 Arfiridir. Arfidudier. I don't know. I'm sorry to anybody that knows the name of these cards. This card, target a set card your opponent controls. Equip the monster to lose 500 attack, and if it does, destroy that card. And then 1 Stolding, because I don't have room for anything else. I run all the Noble Arms at 2, by the way. I don't know if I said that. Anyways, extra deck. 3 Invoked Mankaba, 2 Sacred Noble Knight of King Artagus, 1 number 41, 3 Argosius, King of Noble Knights, 1 Castel the Sty Blaster Musketeer, 1 Barrel-Load Dragon, 1 Saruja Stoldred, and 2 Two Tales of Noble Knights. That is the deck profile, and that is the deck. That is Noble Knights, my guys. This is actually a fun deck. I am very surprised how fun this was. I think I played Noble Knights once back when, you know, that box came out. I played them back in the dueling network days. It was fun. It was fun. I liked Hunters though. I was a Hunters man. I honestly thought it was a pretty fun deck. Being able to, you know, you lose all your cards, but if you have Midrat in your hand, you're able to do your combo over and over again. Brothers lets you shuffle Midrat back into your deck over and over again, and then you know, you can either go 2 tails to add mid-rat to do your combo next turn, or you can go your Xyz monster to try and finish off the game. Fun. I like it. Anyways, guys, that is Noble Knights for you. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to hit the like button, comment down below what other decks you'd like to see me play. This deck was requested by, I forget. I forget. Somebody did, though. And I'm happy to say that I like Noble Knights. It's fun. If I haven't said that 50 times already. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. There's other videos down below. There are other videos on the channel. Don't watch those. Just watch the new stuff. Anyways, guys, I will see you all